Good afternoon. I hope everyone had lunch. So this is a session that comes off immediately after lunch. But there's something that you probably noticed. If you haven't, so let me articulate that. The lunch was right out there to the session and the room where it's got to take place, right? So your next visit that's going to be. And when I was coming down, from work, driving into it after finishing and wrapping up something in a hurry, the first thing I was thinking was, I'm going straight away immediately after lunch. What happens to lunch? So, boy, was I glad to see that something was right available right here. So thank you, EVS, thank you, Phil. So the point here is that, the ease, right? So what makes things, if you can make it easy, why not have it? And that's, in a vision system, what can we make things easily? And why do we have to make things easily, right? And let's look at, the imager, the image sensor that comes in. What kind of a device it is, and why ease becomes an important factor when you consider an image sensor and the integration of that into your vision system. So first off, it does a very simple function. It sees a scene, it brings that into for electronic processing. But that simplicity is achieved through extremely complex means. So I come from a background which is, much of in processors, lived my life in silicon, making silicon, designing, as well as marketing that. But when I looked into this, you have a very intricate and complex optical, electrical, and mechanical data path. So, and every bit of that contributes in some form or the other to affect negatively. So the reason I say negatively is because you see the scene, as a human, you expect that, that's what it's going to be everywhere. But, when you put that through an electronic system, their reactions could be different, right? So first off, that's a data path, which is complexity. The second, the sensor itself, which is what most sensor manufacturers, sensor OEMs deliver. So that device is a complex mixed signal silicon. So you got the top surface, which essentially captures, today's silicon, today's sensor. It captures the optical path, but the bottom one is the one that actually processes that at the sensor level. And between these two, you got TSVs, you got bonding that's going on, you got a lot of stuff that essentially makes those possible, the optical to the electrical, conversion. The third part, sensors have gotten fairly large in resolution. You got, pretty high-speed connectivity requirements that are needed. And whenever you bring the high-speed connectivity, you got a different set of complexity that brings into the system.